Laying off thousands of salaried workers here in Metro Detroit. Those are employees in the headquarters downtown and in the Warren Tech Center. The total GM cuts this year, $2.5 billion. At least 4,000 salaried employees, eliminating as many as 14,000 jobs, closing 5 assembly plants in both the U.S. and Canada. Jim Kurtzer has been reporting on this since it was announced last November. He's live downtown with how General Motors is riding out this storm. Jim?
Yeah, and today is Black Monday with the salaried cuts. The Canadians are continuing their campaign against job cuts, calling General Motors greedy, and President Trump could take a shot at General Motors tomorrow night.
It's a big megaphone and a big audience, but GM has to have thought through all of their possibilities from a government affairs perspective as part of the PR package that they're dealing with this week.
Some local members of the United Auto Workers Union from Michigan and Ohio will be in the audience tomorrow night, invited by local congressmen.
It's very easy to have somebody to feel sympathy for somebody when you feel like it's insult being added to injury.
GM continues to expand in Mexico, leaving workers out in the cold.
This TV ad ran last night in Canada. GM confirms it sent a cease and desist letter to the Canadian Union, calling this ad misleading.
When GM needed help, we gave them $300 from every single Canadian.
GM says misleading because it paid the Canadian government back in stock and cash, and won't say if they will file a lawsuit now over the ad.
The union in Canada has been very strong, and the union in Canada has been very vocal.
In other words, the union is winning the PR battle in Canada.
If you want to sell here, build here.
From a business and PR perspective, GM is playing the long game, as its CEO said about the cuts last month.
I feel a huge obligation to make sure that General Motors isn't just successful for a few years, but I want it to be successful for many, many decades.
Their primary audience is shareholders. That's who owns the company now, and that's who they are obligated to serve.
Now, General Motors says it's giving severance packages to the salaried employees being laid off. It includes cash, health care benefits depending on their years of service, and help finding a new job. But plant closings are coming next month in Ohio, the Detroit Hamtramck plant here in June, the big one up in Canada by the end of this year. A lot more pain in the year ahead. Reporting live downtown, Jim Kurtzer, 7 Action News.
All right, Jim, thank you.